Hey folks, Quilly18 here and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing on Elite difficulty. We are Communist Italy. We are doing pretty well. The fight against the United States, it was standing still for a long time. Now we've got dynamic movement, but it's also the time of biggest concern because, the United States still has a lot of strength available, and a push somewhere that cuts off some troops is entirely possible. We have a fairly thin front line. Barring the communists or the Soviets who are here, they're not necessarily doing much on the attack, but they will help maybe hold the defense, which is something. I wonder what is the okay, 55 contribution. Because I was gonna say the Soviets are gonna have a high level of contribution from high level casualties. Yeah, so I have like 240 points of contribution from casualties. They have 1,600. Just so many Soviets died that they're like, no, we require something in the peace deal. And it's like, all right, I guess that's fine. I brought down the front line of our tanks to just this area here with a spearhead. We're going to push into Canada, see if we can take Montreal, Ottawa, and then swing down to Toronto. Partially because they're high victory points for Canada and we want them to GG out, but partially it's going to help cut things off over here, which already, well, you have no org. Maybe you did try to attack and failed. But then maybe we can swing back, just take care of sort of Acadia, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. It's kind of nice to be in an area of the world where you can actually talk about, the geography with some vague amount of knowledge. Very vague, but at least I know some words, so that's something. Yeah, these Soviet troops have no port, so they're probably screwed. Are moving more planes over to Greenland right now. The ones who were parked in northern France and just been sitting idle for a while, because the Labrador Sea, actually, is not totally under control. And we are also not doing much in the Newfoundland Sea. We may want some brief element of that. Anyway, let's split you in half and do this. I'm a little worried about New England as well, but we'll throw down some of this and do what we can. Eastern Seaboard. Right, I also moved some more planes to operate there because we actually are getting our convoys are being hammered by naval bombers. Although as we continue to push forward and take just more of the airfields, it's going to be less of an issue. So yeah, we're getting our pink group to just redeploy over here on this border. We'll give them a beat to get organized. Because yeah, there we go. The Russians have indeed moved in over here, which is good. We might be able to do this. We'll move to Columbus, and then I want to do a control right-click here to assist. I definitely don't want to do a move out of Columbus because we want to hold that for the local supply. We got a base pilot. That's great. I think I may have just accidentally right-clicked on for these guys. Alright, hold on. Is this all teal? From here to here? Yeah, that's too much. Oh, that was the other thing I did. I started building just regular garrison units over here. And so I've got 24 divisions of infantry with artillery, who are blitz shy on infantry, but then just regular garrisons, just to hold this giant front line, because we have fairly strong units that are just kind of on babysitting duty right now, which isn't ideal. Russians are attacking there. So we'll do that. We may even deploy these guys without any XP. We shall see. Well, you may as well just keep going for now. You might get cut off, but on the other hand, there's some local supply. That's something. If you can get all the way to here. And there you go. They are pushing through here. Excellent. It's not quite the end. It's not quite the end, but we're starting to see a glimpse of the beginning of the end. It's not exactly Churchill's words, right? Churchill's words, this is not the end. This is not even the beginning of the end, but it may be the end of the beginning. Something like that. Good line. All right, I'm going to shift-click on Ottawa here. We got a good amount of pushing over there. That's great. Actually, just going to... what are we doing with the Marines? Vancouver. That's what we're going to do with the Marines. If we can get... It's a little dicey. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Do we want to try and land Marines? I think we will. Maybe we'll leave Los Angeles. Because if we take this, their capital is going to move somewhere else. Which, I don't know. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Here's what we're going to do. Marines have nothing. We're going to send you all the way across the country to maybe here, because otherwise it might be awkward. We're going to land you in San Francisco, and I'm betting you can hold on to that if it's just you guys. There you go. Big strategic redeploy. Lend-Lease, sure? What's this decision? War propaganda against Canada. Well, it had to happen at some point. I guess once we're actually, like, interacting with their territory, is that when it, like, prompts that? I don't know. Artillery minus this. Oh, are we fine on... Okay, no, not quite, but closer. Modern self-propelled artillery is a little low. We've got the super heavy tanks that we're still maybe flinging in there, but I don't know. Maybe that whole thing was just a silly pipe dream. Here, we'll plan something like that. Like, they may be able to retreat out and stuff, but it's still going to mess with them extensively. And as far as the pink front line, we're just going to keep it a little smaller so that our tanks are concentrated. I mean, right now they still have the shift right-click command to kind of go to Ottawa. So they're going to be doing some fairly aggressive attacks and potentially overextending. We have to be a bit on guard. What I'm going to do with one of these is I'm going to go and get you to do something like that. Around some Great Lakes. And then if you can get to Quebec, that could also work. Yeah, we're a little dependent on our wickedly overextended teal line. Okay, can I... Okay, I can deploy these guys. They're going to be super green, but that's going to have to be okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull the Marines into their own army group. And actually, I'll move it to a different theater, because that'll make it a little clearer. You guys are going to join into that. You need a different color. Let's give you yellow. We don't usually use yellow. So we're going to do that. Do you have a... Yes, we do. Promotion cost is cheaper. Promotion cost is really cheap. You know what? XP is much. You know what? I don't really care about the promotion cost. You're level 2. We'll use you. That's going to be fine. What I might want to do is use a Grand Marshal plan to hold this line. I don't know, unless we do it manual. Oh, for now what I need to do is just get yellow somewhere over here. Let's plan on having you do something like this. And when you arrive, we can peel purple and cyan away a little bit. Still have green. Oh, there's a bit of a gap here. Let's have green expand a little bit more. I mean, we could have also had you reinforce some of our existing groups, but I think this is going to be okay to do it this way. Plus, we know that yellow is, like, really inexperienced, so we can sort of plan around that. I'm going to do these guys here. I'm going to grab half of you and do that. Yeah. As I was saying, maybe assist with this guy, but no, you can keep going. Then we sort of pocket a little bit, get some more nuclear plants. We are researching the atomic bomb, right? Or nuclear bomb. This is a nuclear bomb, but really it's atomic bomb. You're moving to there, you're moving to there, okay. Which did get the pocketing done. Lovely. There you go. We'll get you to assist in this. And you're doing that, which is going to be great and grand and lovely. You're doing this, which is also going to cause quite a few issues for some people. There you go. The counterattack is a no-go. You do have this. We could assist. Actually, what I'm going to do is do this, because I think you're moving in here. Plus, if we can grab the airfield. I'm not too worried about this getting cut off, because we do have the naval base right here. But if we can prevent a little of that, that would be nice. Yeah, we don't really have an attack. We can start there. Ottawa, into Montreal, up into Quebec, please. And then you guys actually just head to Toronto right now. One of you go and grab the airport here. I don't think Pearson International was built yet, but sort of kind of where it's going to be. And then, I mean, I could have myself, I could go and visit my house over here somewhere. It's hard to tell, because is that supposed to be, wait, is that Manitoulin? Like, I'm actually tilting my head. No, here's Manitoulin. Okay, that's why I couldn't fit. Like, where are you? There's Manitoulin Island, so Sudbury's right over here somewhere. Anyone there? Which one was it that I was sending over there? One of you. No. You. Here. I mean, that's not much of a change. Wait, are these... Why do you have forts built all over here? Is that a decision Canada gets, to build random forts in Northern Ontario? Did you just have spare civilian production, and you're like, well, I guess I'll build some forts in places? I mean, I guess that kind of works. You go there. You go there. I guess you can rest a beat. Let me get you to help push through here. And then that's happening there. Which, actually, we can clear up some tanks. You do this. Thank you. Okay, go, go, go. Montreal is ours. So how does this look for Canada? Okay, so we have Ottawa and Montreal. Canada, there you go, halfway there. Toronto's a big point. Quebec City is, it's only 3. Yeah, we definitely need, we're going to need Vancouver. I'm betting we need Vancouver to cause Canada to capitulate out of the war. I'm going to drive through Toronto to Detroit. Actually, no, Toronto to Buffalo, because then these guys will be cut off. I mean, I guess that's going to happen anyway. Yeah, they're going to be cut off regardless as long as we do this. They'll get some local supply from Buffalo, but no, this is fine. There we go. Let's cross a river. Can we just do that? And you're not attacking. I'm going to do this and then come down. And you're coming through there, which is all good and groovy. And excellent. Quebec. So yeah, theoretically cut off, but not really. We'll do this just to see if we can redraw the front line. And these garrisons, no, they're not ready yet. They're close, but not yet. Yeah, low XP is a little scary. We have no one over here. That's empty. I mean, you may as well push where it's empty. Wait. What? Oh, okay. I must have misclicked. That never happens, you guys. This is not what happened. I was like, is there some sort of weird impassable terrain there? That's crazy. But no. Hell, the two of you just push to Tulsa. Go, go. What is that? Oklahoma? Sounds right. It's not one of those things I know. It's just, it sounds like when I say it out loud. Like, yeah, that sounds correct. I mean, I never made any effort to learn, well, not even all the American states, let alone, like, you know, I'm assuming that Tulsa's a capital since it's there, but that's not necessarily the case. Capital's not always the biggest city. The city on the Hoy map is not always the capital. Sometimes it's just the biggest city. Let's go and grab this airfield, because that's going to disrupt them a lot. Speaking of disrupting, that's very nice. Very nice. Just before we move some more. Actually, I think what needs to happen is the pink battle line needs to be redrawn. They're trying to go in different areas. Do I want to have the tanks just finish this little pocket? I'm not convinced that's the best use of them. I think the best use of the tanks now might be something... Shift X, Spearhead, which is fairly aggro. It might be something like this. So we'll get them to redeploy that way. And start making a manual move there with that guy. Yeah, plenty of Soviets. I mean, at least the Soviets are now doing something. Now that, like, you know, everyone's been defeated. All they're doing is, you know, occupying territory, occupying some front line. But that is actually really useful right now. Let's get you to move up this way and do that. And you just do this and that. Let's go ahead and... No, that's not going to work. Just... I'm trying to pull out that way, which I guess is fine. I'm going to get you to do this and that. I'll do this and do that, and then what we'll do is we'll attack from the other side. That works well. Sure, Uruguay, you can have military access. I don't know. You're going to take this. Take the airport. I don't want to see any more nukes. And I don't know if they would nuke their own, like, core territory. Stuff they're supposed to own. Garrisons. Boom. New group like this. Alright. What I'm going to do is move the tanks into their own army group. That's not what I want to do. I want to... That. There we are. Do we have a field marshal? Yeah, we do. Level 3. I guess that'll have to do. And you do have the spare general, which is good. So it feels like this could really be, just given a grant, like a Marshall Plan. Teal. Oh, wrong teal. This teal. Delete this. Do this, which I admit is probably too much for you. But then this teal, I'm just going to do this so you have some sort of command for coming over. And that's going to do. And these guys really need to have more suppression plans. Although, well, actually, I can't remember who's on side with America. We'll have to double check who the USA is in, so whether or not this will cause some sort of capitulation as we move forward. So I might offer to cover some of these areas too, just in case. What do you want? 87 divisions. I don't know if we'll build more. How are you doing over here? If I check, you need 117, which you're slightly short on. Over here, 23, which is you're slightly short on, but is okay. Yeah, I guess we can't free up any more troops from our garrison over there. Okay, so Southwest Pacific. Oh, Australia. And Cuba. Okay, well, Cuba should be fine. Australia, you're a long way away. Even, like, can we even island hop? Well, probably. Yeah, I mean, sure, why not, right? Hawaii, and some islands here, and to hit Australia, get a GG there. Alright, I'm surprised these Soviet troops are still alive over here, considering they're not being supplied with anything, and it has been some time. It's possible that some things pop here. Depends on what the Soviets are going to do. Same thing these guys. They might do some annoying stuff, but we're also being pretty annoying. So that's good. I guess we have nothing left over here. We took our house, and then we left. Took our toys, and we went home. We can just, I think, do a fair bit of cleanup over here. Shoot, assist with that one. And actually, if you push forward, there you go. We can get these guys just stuck up there. I mean, there's not a ton of dudes, but we may as well go and give them a bop. Plus, it cleans up the front line. Let's make these guys something different. Oops. Something different from teal. We have a green, we have a yellow. Orange, I mean, it's close-ish to yellow. We don't have a red. There you go. You can be red. You know what'd be cool? I mean, it's such a small thing. Does it really matter? But, like, a little button maybe on the army group to, like, reset the colors. You know, 5 unique colors across the army group. I mean, I don't think it's actually worth, like, you know, developing. This is probably going to go in there and then that fight will fail, but we'll try to. I don't think it's worth, like, you know, development effort compared to other things. But it'd be a handy little thing. I wonder if you could just do that in a mod. Dun. And yeah, we'll just get you to clean up some mess over here. I'd love to bump that, but I don't know. Well, they're isolated. And I don't think there's land connections that count over here. No. I'm gonna run through here again. Large part just to slice the country in half and prevent the flow from the new capital over here in Vancouver. Ace pilot. You guys are just chilling over here, and that's fine. Soviets are failing to push over there. Not really too much of a surprise, but okay. No, there's no point in doing this. Halt. Save your strength. You're okay. We'll hit play on this battle plan. And actually, I'm going to shift-click our various tank groups to encourage a fair amount of aggressive movement. Do that. Can I get a surround? If I just take you... Well, you know what? You're in the lead to Chicago. You've got the lead in Chicago. Congratulations. I don't remember what the characters in Chicago are called. We'll do something like that. Grab Chicago. Get some more progression towards some GGing. How much is Chicago worth? 30 points. Okay, that is a big one. I guess you'll grab Milwaukee while you're there. Or the airfield. Ooh, what's the priority? That's a good question. Speaking of, luckily our allies are throwing in some planes in these places. I used to complain about it when they were stopping me from getting all the planes I wanted. But since I'm not really... Actually, I think we can do a pure naval or air superiority on this. That's going to be okay. Do that. There's... I know that's not actually something you can grab. Okay. Do a little of this. Do that. That might be a little tough to crack, but... They are going to be out of supply, of course. That should go, but... Could throw a little assist, but no. Let's have you, one of you come down to Indianapolis. Let's have you come through this way on the other side of the river. Just go down. Something like that. Because, yeah, these front lines they've got, they're collapsing. Especially as we keep making these moves. We could attack there, but we might give up some territory. So, let's do this, actually. I like that. It's going to be some more little cut-offs. I was going to say, that's not going to work out so well. That is kind of messed with the division. Oh my god. Okay, is that my pink front? Cancel. Let's redraw the pink front line. Something like this, and just like spearhead through here. Cutting these guys off again. Yeah, actually I quite like that. Green. We might be able to hit play at some point on some of these battle plans. Not yet. Gold still arriving. Yellowish, whatever. Red still arriving. Does stink that we don't have any core territory over here to hasten things, but we got tanks slowly being trained. Okay, we've got that. I don't know if we've got any anti-tanks still deployed out there. Let's do a little pass through whatever we might want. I don't think we're going to Alpine. I think we actually will benefit from having the better MPs. I mean, as soon as peace starts to happen, then it'll be less of a concern. I know this is across a fairly significant river, but these guys have nothing left in the tank, so that should be okay. If we had anyone over here, I would take care of that. Okay. Get in there a little bit. Little pocket over here, which, yeah, they've got nothing left. Speaking of, these guys here, you're going to do that. You're going to come over there. Finish that up. And then, yeah, come over here and do some of that. Still a Canadian troop stuck over there. Yeah, let's go for the maxed out torpedoes. Nope. Alright, we're good. 1.71. How's the Americans doing? Extensive conscription. They still have some dudes left. I mean, Canada's been at 0 for a while, and they haven't changed those. They might have a hard time. Soviets? All that out served 6 million. Bottom of the barrel, 6 million. Okay, hold on. You actually have reached a certain amount of equality here. There's still some pushing. The thing is, over here, the Soviets are going to have plenty of infrastructure and supply, whereas the Japanese, unless they're developing a lot of it along the way, they're going to have a harder and harder time supplying their frontline troops. Now, I don't know if the AI is as aggressive with developing infrastructure as, say, I am. And, you know, maybe I'm going overboard with it, but I think it's also one of the reasons we've had any successes. Okay, we'll halt you because that's not working out. They're retaking some stuff over here, Boston things, but once we get, like, the red group, I think what we'll do with the this group here, we'll take care of this army. Here, we'll give them some sort of battle plan, just so that I can just hit play and have them do some stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll fling them over here. I'm not too worried. I don't think they're going to solidify their position at all. They shouldn't be able to get any supplies from the sea. Convoy escorts are being hammered a bit much. There's likely simply too much for them to do. With that in mind, I'm going to pull the... Oh, no, you're already not here. Let's do that. Get rid of you. No convoy escorts over here. Or there. And actually, I don't think we need any in the Mediterranean, because I don't think anyone's going to do anything there. I don't think we need to worry about convoy escorts over here. Okay, the rest will leave. They'll reorganize themselves and hopefully get that number up. We will see. Ship-wise, you got plenty. Is it too many zones or too many ships? It might be too many ships. Can escort up to 1,700 convoys, or covered with 70 regions. I think it's the region number, but I'm not sure. What I might want to do, since I do have extra dudes, what is it, shift click? I'll just make sure there's more active convoys. The number of task forces is a biggest influence, I think, in number of regions you can have. And number of ships is the biggest influence in how many convoys you can guard. But I think there is a little bit of overlap and intersection. Well, at least the number of ships. The number of ships might add more regions as well. I'm not sure. So yeah, we'll set these all to 20, which we don't have enough for, but it's still going to go. And deploy some more stuff. We're here, we may as well bop a couple. Wow, they're not going to get bopped, they're just going to get pushed back. There and there, and you're going to make sure to clear that out. Thanks. Do we have someone over here? Yep, we do. Just clear that out so no one is actually trying to defend the front line that has no one on it. And do this. Those are tanks. No, we can go from there. Okay, go. Do. Convoys. Hopefully not my convoys being hit. Hopefully I'm doing the hitting. Yeah, we may as well clean some of this up. I don't know. Maybe we can go and free up the Russian troops who are stuck over here. A little bit of that. We're going to grab you and just run you up the coast over here. Not that there's any naval bases. But again, can maybe group things up, clean things up. Red is starting to arrive. What I'm going to do with some of you over here, I'm going to halt so you're not doing a strategic redeploy anymore. So you can start regaining your org immediately. Tanks are tankifying. We've claimed an airport here, so let's go and drop a couple of hundred. I think we had a lot in reserve. Get some air superiority in the Midwest region. Now, naval invasion over here. Actually, what I'm going to do, add you over here. That way you do get a field marshal. And the one list I'm looking at is going to be everyone's in position. All right, go ahead. Ship-wise, yeah, we've got some coverage over there. See if you can land in San Francisco. And then maybe just hold. I might get you to, like, grab the neighboring provinces, but then stop. Do this run here. See what that does for us. You're going to right-click to there. You're going to right-click to there and there. One of you is right-clicking to here and here. You are going to go there. So just looking at little victory points we can pick up. It's only 3. Yeah, most of these are going to be pretty cheap. It might all be about the West Coast to get the capitulation. I don't think this is going to work. No, that's too bad. It's nice, but no. No. Yeah, you're not meant to attack. It's okay. Here, you advance over there, though. You can do that. You actually have a lot of dudes here. I'm betting that can work. Thank you. Not as meaningful as what's going on over here, of course. But it's still something. I might get you to run this way. And do that. And you are going to do this, actually. That works for me. Alright, red dude's over here. Just going to right-click, start that. And yeah, what I want to do is get you to cover this area over here. Yeah, see, you guys are defending a front line that doesn't actually exist as a front line. I mean, I could just delete this, but it would annoy me, and it doesn't actually assign. If you delete a front line, the troops that were on it don't get assigned to the other one. But if the front line disappears naturally, then they do. Because reasons. Wounded general, I think. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Push here, go, go, go. What's my timer at? Okay. Well, we're going to put a cut in here. Next episode, we may see some capitulations, depending on how things go. And wouldn't that be lovely?
Sì, signore. Ordini. Avanzate.
Da.
Avanzate.
Here, I'm going to get you to push down here.
Avanzate.
And over here, because you're going to get ready for that. All right, yes, put a cut in here. Folks, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.